Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about adjustment of status and the 90-day rule. Before I dive into this topic, if you have any questions, please drop a comment below. Otherwise, visit us at carboneattorneys.com. We have a button in the top right corner of our website. Click it, fill it out, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. So the 90-day rule. What is the 90-day rule? What does it apply to? Who does it apply to? So as a visitor to the United States, as a tourist, you come here and you are granted what's considered a non-immigrant visa. Non-immigrant visas are for people that are visiting the United States on a temporary basis, meaning you're coming for a trip and you're gonna go back to your home country. You have property there, you have a job there, you have family there, your life is in your home country and you're only coming on a temporary basis. Now what the 90-day rule says is if you come to the United States on a non-immigrant visa, specifically let's talk about tourist visas, and you engage in certain conduct within 90 days of your arrival, you could be considered inadmissible and therefore ineligible to adjust status. So what types of conduct will violate the 90-day rule? Number one, this is engaging in unauthorized employment as a tourist. So you're coming to the United States and you get a job and you get paid here. Number two, enrolling in a course of study without a valid student visa. Number three, entering into a marriage with a US citizen or legal permanent resident. Number four, engaging in any activity that would require a change of status. So you may come in on a tourist visa and you get hired from a company and you should have applied for, let's say, an H-1B or an L-1 visa or something of that nature, and you did not apply and secure that visa, that would violate the 90-day rule. Number five, if you submit an adjustment of status application within 90 days of your arrival, that will also violate the 90-day rule. So what happens if you violate the 90-day rule? Well, for starters, the USCIS officer reviewing your case will mark a red flag on your case. Now, it doesn't require that your petition be immediately denied. However, it will raise the suspicions of the USCIS officer, and you will need to supply ample evidence justifying why you violated the 90-day rule. Now, obviously, there are emergency situations or circumstances that left you in a position where you had no other choice but to violate the 90-day rule. In that situation, you'll want to supply that evidence and provide any details, showing that you had no choice but to violate the rule. Now, if you submit evidence or you do not submit evidence showing that you have a justified reason for violating the 90-day rule, this can and may result in the denial of your adjustment of status application. So how is the 90-day period calculated? Well, from the day you enter the United States on your tourist visa, the clock starts ticking. So if you're not sure what day you entered, you can typically look in your passport for the stamp, or there is a public database to look up your I-94 travel record. If you just type that into Google, it should come up as the first hit, and you'll be able to type in your information and it will give you your entry information. Now, every new entry into the United States resets that clock. So you could be in the US for 30 days, 60 days, go home to your home country, come back, the clock has reset. You are back at zero, and the 90 days will start ticking from your new entry. So ultimately, when it comes to the 90-day rule, it is not necessarily make or break for your case, but it is absolutely relevant. I certainly would not advise someone to enter the United States on a tourist visa and immediately get married or immediately to get a job or apply for adjustment of status. That is a massive red flag. You do not want to engage in that conduct. Now, USCIS takes misrepresentation and fraud very seriously, and if you are accused of committing fraud or misrepresentation, you will need to seek and apply for a waiver, those are not easily granted. So that's it. That is the 90-day rule as it applies to adjustment of status. It's important to keep this rule in mind when you're entering the United States and making any of these decisions or engaging in any of this conduct once you arrive, because that will invoke the 90-day rule, and you will obviously have a more complicated case ahead of you. That's it. That's the video. I hope you liked it. If you'd like to see more, please like, subscribe, and I'll keep making them.